Hey out there, I'm just collecting some of the tomatoes from the tomato bushes outside that we've been planting and growing and getting amazing turnouts for. That's awesome. I use those in a recipe. But tonight, one of my favorites, we're going to be cooking chicken pot pie. Now, if you follow any other shows, which you can find on YouTube under Cooking with Matt or on our Facebook channel, there's a whole bunch of other shows on there where we've cooked a ton of stuff. What I do is nobody wants an hour show. Nobody wants you watching me boil water to cook vegetables. So I've kind of sped that up to where things are already cooking. And we're going to go over basically what we're cooking and what the history of it is. And how can you make it all about you when you're cooking? Because every recipe you can change so that it's your recipe. Simple as that. Now, with the chicken pot pie, I did some research. The chicken pot pie is called a chicken pot pie. It says the history of the basic pot pie consists of a pie crust, meat or poultry, and it has some kind of vegetables, gravy, and for the longest time it was just called either a meat pie or a pastry pie. That would confuse me with dessert. But it says here that they came across from England and other countries around 1951. They came over by ships. I'm sure people brought them because pot pies don't walk themselves. The first time that Swanson was the first company that made the frozen pot pie that you could buy in the store today. Now, Oxford Dictionary calls a pot pie a casserole with a pastry lid. That does not sound like fun at all. It's a pastry with meat underneath it. But that, as it came, and that was in the Elizabethan times, you know what I'm saying? But it came to America, and pot pie is now as American as apple pie. So when you say pot pie, everyone knows. The other thing we're making today is sweet potatoes, because sweet potatoes are awesome. And so let's make that way a little bit about what we're going to do with the chicken pot pie is actually in cooking. It's almost done. And basically what it is, it's chicken. All right. You can go to the store, you can get chicken breasts and chop them up into parts and pieces and use that fresh. Or you can actually buy chicken tenders that are all ready to go from the poultry area. Get that, chop it up. And if you're don't have as much time and you want to kind of speed things up, in the freezer section, there's actually strips of chicken. You can get grilled chicken or you want, but it's all ready to go. You just take it, bring it home, cook it, and you go. So it all depends on how you cook and the speed of this, because pot pies can take a little bit of time. Now, what do you put in it other than chicken? You have gravy, and it's usually a mixture. It's a mixture of chicken gravy and mashed potatoes, which is amazing. So you kind of mix that again a little bit, and then you get things like it's up to you what vegetables you like. I'm picky. I like the basic vegetables. So my pot pie will have carrots. It'll have peas. It'll have corn. Sometimes green beans. Greens are really good for you. But those are my basic four. I'll put a smattering of a little bit of onions in there, but not a lot, even though onions are good for you too. But it's all about the bell just rang. I gotta speed it up. But it's all about what you like. Remember, if you don't like it, why are you eating it? So put tons of vegetables in there. Also, don't forget, you want to have chunks of potatoes in there too, because that just makes it crosses that boundary from a stew to a pot pie when you have all that stuff in there. And it makes it really good for you. Let me just see here, because I heard the bell rang. Let's see. There, or it's definitely not. Okay. I wish you could smell this, because the oven is smelling amazing right now. It smells really, really good. Let me get pot holders. Because the one thing is, your buddy when you're cooking is your timer. Your timer will never lie to you. If it does, you can get a new one. So you basically, when the timer says, all right, your time's done, check it. You want to make sure that the crusts are golden brown, because that's a great color on everything. And then basically, you're going to take them out. Now, anything you cook in the oven, realize that it has to have a set time. And what I mean by that is it needs time to set out of the oven. Wow. Hold on one second. Look at those. Now, you can tell that they're done because the tops, the pastry, is all baked. Because a pot pie on the inside is wet, the dough gets a little wet. And if you can see the dough still is a little wet, it needs a little more time. It needs time for that pastry to rise. When I make them, some people go, oh, you cheat, you're not making them from scratch. Who does? I'm nobody's grandmother. I'm not making things from scratch unless I have to, unless I'm baking. That's a whole other world. I'll go to Pillsbury, which is right at the store. They actually have the pastry sheets. They're nice and big. You could actually make a full apple pie with these. That's how big these are. And every once in a while, I'll make a pot pie that is big. But the cool thing is, you get two in a packet. You put it down. You actually cut it into a circle so it'll fit on your little pie. And yeah. Now, I will tell you, there's a huge difference. If you are really a pot pie lover, you will have a crust on the top and the bottom. That's why if you go to the store, you're like, oh, look, there are pot pies here in the freezer section for 28 cents. Yeah, you're lucky you got crust on the top. And the meat is probably, the chicken meat is probably like chicken butt. Remember, I say this in every show we do. Quality, quality, quality. Quality is the brother to taste. Yeah, you spend $1 or $2 more, but it's gonna taste amazing. So take that time and go, yep, I'm gonna get the better quality because the taste is gonna be there, you're gonna like it better, and it'll probably be healthier for you, depending on what you're getting. So, the pot pies are cooling, which is good. Our side dish tonight, for you delectable people, is sweet potatoes. Now, I've learned a lot about sweet potatoes. And I will tell you that I do not know why sweet potatoes is not like the superstar of the world. It is one of the vegetables that actually has an enzyme in the sweet potatoes DNA where it will fight cancer. It boggles my mind why this is not on billboards everywhere. But, you know, people can't make money off that. You know, that's why companies will go in and scientifically take out the enzyme, make drugs and charge you billions of dollars for it. Eat sweet potatoes. The other vegetable that does that is broccoli. Both of those are known cancer-fighting vegetables. So yeah, those are really, really good. And I got the sweet potatoes. Now, what you got to do with those is, it's not too difficult. You're going to kind of clean them up like you would a regular potato. And you would cook them. And then when you chop them into little squares, you will... you can either put them in a food processor or a blender. I do a blender. And it comes out nice and smooth. I'm going to show you right now. Because as a cook, you have to taste everything. And I have no problem tasting my sweet potatoes. Yes, there is a little bit of brown sugar on them. Yes, you put marshmallows. That's the law, and I'm not a lawbreaker. So, I can eat that whole bowl. And it's good for me. I'm going to tell you, this is the only vegetable that's like, this is like the frosting of vegetables. I might put it in a cake. Sweet potatoes are so good. That's why I have them a lot. That's why I love Thanksgiving. Who am I kidding? There's food there. If there's food there, I'll be there. Now, sweet potatoes, just so you know, I love how they put down here, there's like a battle because, of course, America, we change things. Sweet potatoes, they came from Central and South America. They, let's see here, domesticated sweet potatoes. Wait, domesticated, really? They have been present for over 5,000 years. And the earliest on this side of the continent, they originated in Mexico. Now, this is the big thing. Of course, we always have to fight and we always all have to be special. Sweet potatoes versus yams. Yeah. I get confused about that too because I thought you have yams for Thanksgiving. Or is it sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving? It always confuses me. Well, now we're going to know. First, we're all going to blame Louisiana. Yeah, calling you out because you did something you didn't have to do. Get this. So in Louisiana, they got the sweet potatoes, and the growers wanted to get a bigger portion of the market. So they started calling their orange, fleshy sweet potatoes, Yams, so that they would set apart from other states that were selling it, the ones that were coming in from Mexico, yeah, Louisiana. But they're the exact same thing. Same color, same taste, everything is the same. Somebody just wanted to be special. Thanks, Louisiana. You have an asterisk. But yeah, everything is the same. And again, Louisiana did this in the 1930s. So I'll take half the asterisk off. It's the 30s. Yeah, so that's our side dish for today. They are, again, as a chef, it's your responsibility to make sure anything you give anybody else, and of course I make dinner for my mom, I have to make sure it's good. Just checking. I'm not even, that is good shit, okay? If you don't like sweet potatoes, I will literally argue with you. It is so good. And yes, getting a little bit of the brown sugar on top and mashed potatoes, that's part of it. Okay? And yeah, people are going to say, mushrooms aren't bad for you. Or mushrooms. Ew, they aren't. Mushrooms. That would be gross. Marshmallows. Marshmallows is a food group all on its own. Don't anyone be hating marshmallows. How do you plate this up? So I am going to get a pot holder. Now, some people, because there's different ways you can do this. Again, it all depends on you. Yeah, because again, you have a top and a bottom and crust. You can do one thing where you put the entire thing in a bowl or on a plate and put the sides next to it, and then you just dig into it. The other thing is people will take it and they will flip it upside down. I used to do this when I was a kid because it'd be like a volcano. It was upside down, so you'd break it apart and the gravy would spill out. And then you open it up and you eat it out there, and then you can pick up the shell and eat the shell. I know way too much about pot pie. For my mom, because I always make her dinner first, I will place it in a pasta bowl because they fit perfectly. So now I always put a side thing of bread, and if you remember from yesterday's show, you can, when it comes to bread, you can go, say, if you went to Walmart, not that I'm pushing them around, you go to Publix, wherever you want to go, wherever you shop, and go to the bakery and you'll get bread made that day. And if it's not sliced, guess what? They will slice it for you. So it's really good. So look at that. Look at that bread. That is fantastic. It's nice and soft. That's how you know it's fresh. It's so good. I'll put a little butter on it so it's on the side. And then you'll have her sides of the sweet potatoes. Now, I'll give you a secret. If you want to make homemade bread, and anything made in your home is homemade, that's just the rule. This is how you got to do with bread. Granted, you can get a bread machine, you get all the flour, make a big mess and all that. No, I got to do it Matt's way. Go to either Publix or Walmart, go in the freezer section where you find garlic bread. Usually on the bottom level, there'll be a bag of bread dough. And there's usually 5 loaves in there that are frozen. All you need to do is you spray a pan, put it in a pan, let it sit overnight, and in the morning it would have thawed and rose. You put it in the oven for anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes, depending on how dark you want it. Boom, you have fresh made bread. This secret is key. I usually share this with people when here in Florida we have hurricanes and people going crazy, going, hey, get all the bread, ah! Like bread's gonna save you. You can't find bread, it's all sold out everywhere. But in the freezer section sits all this bread dough. And you could take it home and bake it and have fresh bread that's actually better for you than any of that other prepackaged stuff. There's more preservatives in that than there is in this. So that's my help for today. Bread, I know people say bread is bad at carbs. Live a little bit. Have we learned nothing in the past month and a half? Live, enjoy yourself. You know what? So you got to walk around the block one more time. That's okay. Burn it off. But a meal is meant to be enjoyed and shared. So that's why I'm sharing my meals with you guys every day, because there's nothing more magical than sharing. And so for tonight, we're doing the pot pie. We're having sweet potatoes as a side with a little bit of bread. If you, again, can go on Facebook or our YouTube channel, you can see all the past shows. I am letting everybody know that tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow is Sunday. We're going to be making sundaes tomorrow. Sundaes on Sunday. We're also going to be learning where they came from, and also what is the difference between a sundae and a banana split, because technically they both have bananas. Me, I'm gonna have to make both to find out. I'm gonna do that for you. I'll make a sundae and I'll make a banana split, and we'll go from there and see how things go. But I'm just doing this for you guys. So again, check us out online. I am Matt, and this is what we've been making for dinner.